You good? I hope so. I hope you're good. I hope everything is fine for you. Hello, I'm Meekela. This is Meekela Reads, and I read not as many books as I usually do in February, but that is fine. We are learning to sit with leisure that isn't reading and productive. I have lots of great plans at the start of every year. I'm going to read so many books. I'm going to work through my TBR pile, and that just didn't happen this month, and that's fine. However, we did have, in the 4 reads that I did read, like some pretty interesting books and stories, and I'm going to tell you about them. But first, February marks the end of summer, and I did do a summer TBR video, and I'm gonna kind of expose myself as to how much I don't stick to TBRs when I make them. I should learn to just stop making them because they never work. Okay, so my summer TBR, we had The Unhoneymooners, read that one. The Hating Game, didn't read that one. I really want to read that one because I want to watch the movie. I'll get there. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, also haven't read that one. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, I still haven't read it. I'm just gonna move past it because we all know that I'll say that I'm gonna read it and then I won't read it. These Violent Delights, didn't read that one either. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I did read. First book of 2022. Six of Crows, I did read. I listened to that on audiobook and I finished that one in January. Plot twist, I've also finished Crooked Kingdom, and that's in today's video. Eliza and Her Monsters, I also didn't read, and Furyborn, I also didn't read. So like, what was that? Like 3 out of 9, not bad. It's definitely not a pass, but it's not bad. So any of the other ones that you want to see, please check out my December and January wrap-ups. I'll leave them in cards at various points in the video for you to check out at your own leisure if you would wish to do that. But I'm gonna tell you about the books that I read in February because February was a weird month. So the first book I finished in February was Vampire Academy 1 by Richelle Mead. I am reading this as a part of the Book and Boozy podcast. They have a Discord where we have like a little mini book club. So there's a few of us that are going through and reading the Vampire Academy series. Everyone else has finished book 2. I have not started book 2 yet, but that's my next one, so stay tuned. This is also a reread for me. I read the series many years ago and never finished the Bloodlines spin-off of it, so that's on my list of things to do. That's why I'm rereading it. I am like genuinely kind of enjoying myself rereading this. I also really like the movie of this book, which I think is an unpopular opinion, but I think that they, from reading it after watching the movie so many times, they did a really good job at recreating the story on screen, and I don't know why it didn't get renewed for a second movie. I'm mad about it. Like, yes, it wasn't the best movie, but it was still pretty true to the book. I think that this is also now becoming a TV show at some point in the near future, so I'll be well prepared to get back into that as well. There's a lot of direct quotes from the book in the movie as well, which I really like. There's definitely some trigger warnings for things like self-harm and depression and mental health and a few other things sprinkled in there, so check those if you are sensitive to that or if that's something that you really struggle with. My first note for this was big oof. Vampire Academy is very high school. Definitely at that point in my life I was like, this is the best, but like reading this as an adult, there's no smart. The tension is like mild at best, but I'm here for the Dimitri slow burn. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to happen. And then the only other thing that I noticed in this read through is that the character Mia, her name is Mia Thermopolis, and my brain was just like, Mia Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia. And I wasn't the only one. Other people in the Discord picked it up as well, so yeah, I thought that was fun. But yeah, Vampire Academy, I didn't re-rate it, but if I was to, it would probably reduce from the 4 I think I gave it in the first place, maybe to like a 3. It wasn't bad, it just isn't the best. Next, I finished Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I listened to this on audiobook as I listened to Six of Crows on audiobook, and I enjoyed it way more than Six of Crows. I think that it is the better of the duology. And overall, I did enjoy the Six of Crows duology more than I enjoyed the Shadow and Bone series. I will admit it. I was wrong about Leigh Bardugo. She can write good characters. Did I care for Kaz? No. I'm really sorry. I really don't care for Kaz. He's not my fave. I did really like Wylan and Jesper. They were probably 2 of my favorites, and Nina and Matthias. Did I like it enough to read Rule of Wolves? Probably not. I don't think that that's a path that I'm gonna delve down unless someone like hardcore convinces me to do so. I'm very susceptible to peer pressure, but I'm not gonna do it of my own volition, I'm sorry. I found that Crooked Kingdom was way more character based than Six of Crows. Six of Crows was a bit more plot based, but we really got to know a lot more of the backstory of some of the other characters in the book in Crooked Kingdom, which was really, really nice, and I really appreciated that, and I felt way more connected to the characters as well. And just generally, I found Crooked Kingdom a bit more engaging than Six of Crows. So I actually ended up giving Crooked Kingdom a 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I read Dry by Neal and Jarrod Shusterman. I started reading this book in December and only finished it this month. It's not a thick book. It's not a dense book. It's not like there's like teeny tiny Bible pages in writing. I just didn't read it, and that's it. But I did finish it, and I finished it because I felt like it was weighing on me and I needed to get it out of my brain. Dry follows the story of a group of kids in a neighborhood in a world where the water has run out in this one section of America, and everyone kind of falls into chaos for a while. And we kind of see how that plays out, navigating this world where everyone's kind of operating in anarchy, and there's people who are dying because they haven't had anything to eat or drink for a while. People have gone missing, and as I said, we follow this group of kids. One of them, his family is actually a doomsday prepper family, so he's well prepared for this, but no one else is. So they follow him and then pick up some other people on the way, and then just navigate trying to find water in this world that has no water anymore. I genuinely liked the story. Like, I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the characters. It wasn't the best book I've ever read, but I definitely was engaged in the story, and I just wanted to know what happened. I definitely was more invested in this because of the plot and less so of the characters, and I have a suspicion that that is why I didn't like it as much and didn't finish it as quickly as I could have. I also started reading this at the start of the Omicron outbreak, so that was fun. Don't recommend doing that. But overall, if you're interested in like dystopian or kind of like alternate current realities, like not even like in the future, like realities that are current that get disrupted by an event like a pandemic or a complete outage of water, you will probably like this book. I would recommend this book to people who like that kind of genre and type of story, basically. I really like Neal Shusterman's writing. I think that he and Jarrod Shusterman did a fantastic job with this book, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I read in February was Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. Are we surprised? Nope, because she can't read a 300-page book in less than 2 months, but can read an 800-page book in less than a week. It makes so much sense. House of Sky and Breath is the second book in the Crescent City series. If you haven't heard of it, I don't know what rock you are living under if you are on young adult / adult fiction booktube. This is everywhere at the moment. It's Sarah J. Maas's new release. The world shakes when she releases a new book, so I'm sure you have seen things about this before. I have done an entire reading vlog dedicated to just reading this book, so I'm not going to give you any of my in-depth thoughts, and I am just going to leave that video linked in the cards up there. So if you're interested in my thoughts for House of Sky and Breath, please go watch that. It's not entirely House of Sky and Breath reading. I think I only read the Saturday of that weekend and then proceeded to finish the book the rest of the week, but I still have a decent breakdown of my thoughts, and I'm pretty sure I've linked in the description of that video when I start to talk about my final thoughts on the book. So, House of Sky and Breath, I gave it a 4.75 out of 5 stars. I had a really fun time reading it. I just love Sarah J. Maas's writing. It's like crack. Like, you know it's not great, and you know that it's not great for you, and it's not the best thing that you've ever read or done, but it's just so addictive. And I always find that I go back and read every single thing that she releases, even if I didn't like the thing that she released last time. So, House of Sky and Breath, Sarah J. Maas. Hello, this is future editing Meekela, who is trying to edit the video, and my outro and end footage is corrupted, which is great. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing that. That would be amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!